that was disappointing. So I'm going to actually take over now, and I'm going to try something else. This thing that this guy is telling me is just making me very nervous. So we're going to talk about predicting the stock market now.
Good luck.
Oh, baby. We're going to make money.
No, you're not.
You know, now in the 70s, we were free. We didn't want anything. We wanted just to go to the beach and enjoy life. And that was what I was doing. I was in a concert. I was scuba diving and going to caves.
Studying.
Optional. That was optional, okay? So we were just having and enjoying life. And then suddenly now, corporate America takes over. Now we have to make money. So here it is. For those of you that want to take a shortcut in life, here it is.
You're not going to make money.
We're going to predict this bastard. So this is the S&P for many, many years of data, okay? This is about 20 years of data. Let me just show you more or less what we can do. We're going to think about the prediction of this by looking at different types. You see, if you were going to fit the stock market on something with a time trend, this is how it looks like. I don't know you guys, but this looks lousy. It looks like the regression from Loser Professor.
No, this looks good.
Okay, Loser Professor there, he will be running this. But we are not going to do that. We're going to actually look at, for example, what will happen if we put a square? Nothing. What will happen if we put a cube? Oh, baby, we're capturing some movement here. Yeah. Woohoo! Look at that. If we put a 12-degree polynomial, look at that beauty. Oh, my God. We're almost there. In fact, if we put something like 32, we are there, baby. In fact,
no.
You're welcome. No, we're going to make so much money. It's not even funny.
No.
Yes.
No.
So, in fact, look at that predicted power. 99, you loser.
No. This is not correct.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I am the sharpest tool in the shed. You are not the sharpest tool in the shed.
No.
Okay, so baby, we're all. I lost my hat again. Oh my God. There's too much hair. You know, I don't know how to keep up this cap. It's too much hair.
I don't have that problem,
what to do with all this hair.
The baseball cap never falls.
You don't even know what this means, baby. You don't know.
Okay, I don't. I mean, never falls from my case.
This is success. There you go. We're done.
No, we are not done. This is not correct, actually.
What is that?
No, these derivations are not correct.
What do you mean?
Because you are estimating within sample.
What do you mean out of sample?
This is a very typical problem called overfitting.
Out of a sample.
Yeah, but
taken out of context.
Yes, we need to test this out of sample. Extend the data moving forward because you are overfitting the regression. Yeah,
Wait, why don't you take over then, baby? Why don't you take over?
No, you can do it. Just oversend it. You should do it to convince yourself.
Look what happened afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah, because this data goes all the way to 2007. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure I'm going to get it. This is what happened afterwards, you see? There's a stock market downturn. It's a 2008 crisis and then comes back. Oh, hey, always up. Whoa! Like the 70s, baby. Yes, like the 70s.
That excitement
it goes up. Yeah. So, this is it.
No,
I think this is it.
No, yeah. Test
you want to see how the model performs afterwards? Well, I'm going to show you so you don't get totally depressed. I'm going to show you how the 32 polynomial did. It did very nicely. You see, the stock market, the S&P goes almost to 2,000. Look at this, baby. The prediction, 5,000.
No, that's actually wrong.
Man,
it's horrible.
A little bit volatile.
That's how bad, yeah. So it goes.
Well, let's see what happened to the 12 lakhs.
The same.
Holy crap, it never comes back.
Yeah, it's not about coming back. It has nothing to do with coming back.
5.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good, huh?
No, it's horrible. It's horrible.
This is kind of not making my point.
No, exactly. It's making my point. And you're correct.
This is super lousy. The 4th degree also looks lousy.
Yeah. Actually, 2 and 1 degree.
Don't tell me. The regression that you would have estimated is actually the best one?
Yes, that is correct.
Man, this is so sad.
Yeah, well, it's not necessarily sad. Why don't you check the R-squares?
I get negative numbers.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's only bad. Super bad, maybe. Super bad.
Yeah.
So the one lag is the one that works, 1 and 2.
Yes, that is correct. That's what we know.
See. This is super depressing, man. Super depressing. That's why you're so negative on everything. You deal with data and then it gives you these very bad feelings. You see, we are always happy. I don't know why I came back in time just to meet you and this crap. So, why don't you take over now? Because clearly I am just super depressed. I'm gonna be here, kissing my hair, and only remembering how much hair I'm losing just by looking at you. Okay, if this is falling apart just by looking at you, it's trying to hide so you don't kill it. Hair killer.
Okay, so let me take
Go
over.
ahead, explain it.
Yeah, stay there, calmly there. Okay, so this is a very typical problem that takes place in data in time series. It's called overfitting. It also takes place in other areas, but it is a very common problem in time series because we have so many things that tend to move together that we have many confounding effects, like what we discussed in the multivariate case. And it is the case that we have all these ways to run the regressions, and sometimes it's hard to realize the mistakes that you're making because the performance of the regressions in sample are very good. In fact, we're going to see some examples in class when we get to the lasso regression and to the neural networks and the decision trees. We will see that indeed out of sample also they might perform well and still they are incorrect. So the out of sample is just one possibility of understanding when things don't work out. It's actually a very good technique. I'm not criticizing. All the cross-validation that is done is something that should be done and constantly should be tested. The cross-validation is to determine whether or not the parameters are stable. If we would have estimated that 32 coefficient polynomial using the whole data, it will give you a very good fit within that data. 32 polynomials is just, it fits that data marvelously. It's just that the coefficients will be changing a lot. So truly, the out of sample is testing that stability. Now, in this particular case, we can also run a specification test. And this session today, these set of videos today, are mostly to understand specification tests. So the way I want you to think about it is that we have two regressions, the regressions in levels and the regressions in differences. We can compute, this is simple enough, so we can actually do it by hand, but we can compute exactly how the two regressions should look like. So on the first one is on levels, which is the stock market level. Now, if we take the derivative of that, which will in changes, especially when you have daily data, the daily changes will be very close to a derivative. When you compute that, the change in the stock market should be just the constant. Now is not going to be C0, the constant is going to be alpha 1. The coefficient on t is going to be twice the coefficient on the square, and the coefficient on the square is going to be 3 times the coefficient of the cube. So again, we can specify the regression in changes, and you can see that there are two ways of estimating the coefficients. If we go and estimate this is what we get. All of them are very highly significant. All of them are incredibly well estimated. Look at the p-values and the t-statistics. They're incredibly high. When you compute that in first differences, this is what you get. First, the constant from 54 goes down to 0.29 and becomes non-significant. The coefficients change dramatically, and in fact, the standard errors just blow up to infinity. So this is an example in which you tend to make these very big mistakes in the regressions. And in fact, you can analyze the R-squares. Look, in levels, this very simple regression explains 84% of the variation of the stock market in that sample. In first differences, explains 0. So how can something be so good in levels and so bad in first differences? It's an interesting question. So if you have a model, and this is what is important, if you have a model that is good at explaining things in levels, you have to ask the question if they should also be good at explaining this in differences. And it's very likely the answer is yes, because this is the same model replicated across time. So whatever explains time t should also explain time t minus 1, and should explain the difference between t minus 1 and t. What this just tells you is that indeed the regression is very good in levels because there's something in levels that is common to all the variables, common to the t and common to the stock market, that truly is not explaining it. It's like making everything move together. Okay? This is overfitting It's very common, and we're going to use the out of sample. This is what typically we use in most engineering examples. I'm going to debunk that on the next video, but I wanted to show you there is a way, which is to compute inverse differences, especially for time series. This has a very big meaning, okay?